What's up guys, Celestial here again, bringing you another boss guide. This time it's for Bellarain. I think I called her Bellerian for some reason when I did this on stream. But she's a very tough boss, and the funny thing is, before I fought Troka, which is the previous one I did a guide for, I mentioned, oh, we haven't had any spellcaster bosses in this game yet. And I wish I'd never said that, because pretty much you're going to get a lot of them from that. But yeah, let's get into our boss fight. You can see the cutscene for yourself. Okay, so she has a lot of moves, so this is going to be a very quick fire guide. So fire moves, she does a big fire wave and then she puts fire underneath you. You can brink block this, but similar to Troka, you're just going to take the status effect unless you have really high resistance for that element. She'll do things like this with the electrical charge where she shoots it at you. Very easy to dodge that, which is good. And then it lets you get in close and you can start punishing her. She doesn't actually have too much stamina compared to some other characters when you fight them. So when you actually hit her, if you have a really fast weapon like the spear, you're probably going to be able to stagger her really quickly. With the Greatsword, a little bit more of a trouble, but if you guys are watching this and you're seeing the Greatsword speed, if you're using something quicker, you're probably going to be better. So she does a lot of electrocution moves. Pretty much whenever she does the electrocution blast, she'll start doing those things that you just saw there with the piles on the ground. Then she summons skulls as well, which are really slow, so you can just either back up or you can dodge through them just to get yourself some extra spirit if you have that ability. These are very slow as well, so you can dodge or just move out of the way. Her second phase is quite annoying to deal with because of what she does. These are quite good though, because of the fact you can retaliate against them, because they're technically physical attacks. They don't tend to actually damage you in any way if you brink guard them. So as you can see, I'm trying to get in close. With the Greatsword, I'm still trying to manage my stamina, but I end up kind of losing it a bit. And then you can use your abilities that use spirit if you want. You can also use the elemental things for your swords or your spear or whatever. They're really good against her, like poison if she's not got her shield on. So when this shield comes up, you can actually break it, and that pretty much forces her to like desummon everything and be staggered for a little bit. She's not staggered as in ran out of stamina, but she gets staggered as in she basically stops everything she's doing, and then you can reduce her stamina and do a lot of damage to her. I'm not 100% sure if it's based on how much damage you do, because I don't think it is. Because I do a lot of damage with this Greatsword, and I couldn't break it that quick. As you can see, I'm doing a lot of big charged heavy attacks, and you can see it cracking, but it's not cracked yet. And then it cracks, and she's not out of stamina yet, so you need to make sure you break her stamina when you take the shield off. Because I could have staggered her here and actually got more damage on her, but I didn't, so I just wasted a lot of time and a lot of effort there by breaking the shield. So electrical blast on the ground again, so she's in her like electrical phase. She also does this darkness thing on you, where it kind of dulls your vision, and then if you get electrocuted, it's going to really impact your stamina, which is really bad. So if you're going to cure one element, I would say cure the electrocution. Flame's fine, because if she builds up flame on you, you can just dodge a bunch of times to get the flame element off of you. It doesn't remove it when it's building up, but once it's actually on you fully, if you dodge, you can remove flame, which is really good. I learned that during Volbino, because otherwise I would have been stuck on him forever. And shield's back up, so we have to prioritize breaking the shield again. So just make sure you're attacking her. She does lose stamina while in the shield as well, because as you can see, when she's doing her attacks or doing spells, she will lose a small amount of stamina, which is good, because then once you break the shield, you pretty much take 90%, if not all of her stamina away, and then you can just lay into her with your attacks. So as you can see, I'm very low on health here. I do actually do her first try in this, funnily enough, even though we're not technically at the second phase yet. So when you get to the second phase with her, she goes crazy, and I'm surprised I even managed to survive that long. But when she doesn't have her shield on and you've staggered her, use all your abilities you can just to get some damage. Because once she goes into this form, which is her second phase, really, really annoying part of the fight, because she'll start summoning crap tons of enemies, and she'll do all these attacks that are slow, but they track. So as you can see, she did those little spears, then she summons a Reaper, which is basically like another boss that you have to fight. So you're pretty much fighting two bosses at once with her and the Reaper at the same time. It's fairly easy to brink block as well. It does delay its attacks a tiny bit, but even though this is my first try, you can see me brink blocking quite a lot of the attacks. And then once you've brink blocked it enough, just basically hammer into it and reduce its stamina so you can kill it. There's not too much health on this enemy. You just basically have to like either brink dodge or brink guard a lot of its attacks. Get its stamina down, kill it really quick. It does do a couple of things like this where it summons enemies. They don't stick around though. I was worried they were when I was doing this myself for the first time. It doesn't summon anything like that. This is basically just like a mini boss inside the main boss fight just to try and drain some of your resources. So get rid of this guy as soon as you can. So if you're spear users, you're probably going to kill him in like 5 seconds. If you're dual blades, probably going to be a little bit easier as well. Greatsword is more about kind of brink guard and everything and tanking damage by using your charge attacks. But some of these things just attack too fast for me to try that. So I just brink guard everything, and then once they are out of stamina, just like this, you just make sure you hit them a few times, then kill them. And here we go. So now we're on to pretty much the main second phase part. She will try and put her shield up as fast as possible. So unlike there, if you're someone who has a faster weapon, I would recommend just getting in on her as fast as possible, unleashing every single one of your moves. I just basically did a run attack there, but then she jumped away from me. So I wouldn't recommend doing a run attack unless your run attacks lead into other things. But at this point, she's just going to basically do the same thing. She'll start sending all these fast, well, actually they're quite slow moving tracking projectiles, and then she'll start summoning things. This is the most dangerous thing she summons. It's one of those invisible assassin type skeletons, so you can actually like stop their attacks when that red thing comes up. I would just recommend either running away like I'm doing here, or hit it a few times and kill it. It does actually just fade away on its own, but if you're going to get caught by it, it's better to kill it than get caught, because if you get caught, you're going to have like probably half or more of your health taken away by its assassination attack. So as you can see, it doesn't have a lot of health. I barely hit it there, and it took like almost half its health away. And then once that's gone, just make sure you focus on her. At this point, she's just going to basically spam projectiles and summon a bunch of ads and things like that. Do her normal leaping on you and try and attack you with her spirit sword type thing. So she is much different to Trocka. Basically with Trocka, she would come towards you really quickly and you wouldn't be able to parry any of her stuff. You can pretty much parry everything Bellarain does. And then with her shield, you just need to make sure you get on her as fast as possible, break the shield, and then unleash all of your powerful attacks just to make sure she dies really quickly. As you can see here, I have no healing items left in this fight whatsoever. So on my bar at the bottom, I've got vitality spheres. The other sphere is like a red sphere, I can't remember what it's called. And then you've got the fire thing as well. If you want to actually put on some elements onto your weapon, feel free, because when she's out of her shield, she will actually take the element. Not 100% sure if it afflicts while she's in the shield, but it's always best to have more damage if you can. And here the dogs are a nuisance, so I just go in on her. I don't really care about the dogs. I can handle the dog's attacks, but for her, need to make sure we get her shield broken. And there we go, shield's broke, so now we're just going to unleash all of our strong attacks, try and get her staggered. So her stamina was about to recover there, so what I do is I transform into the phantom form, and then just go a bit ham with the damage. Make sure we can get her at least a little bit close to death before she tries to put her shield back up again. She didn't actually do her shield here. She might try and get it back up again, but she'll end up probably just trying to summon more ads like this. These guys don't stay around though, which is good. They're just the attack ones, and then she'll try and get in and start doing some sword moves and things like that. But yeah, the willpower orb that you see at the bottom, that recovers 50% of your HP, but you do need 3 spirit gauges to actually use it. So I would recommend, if you're going to use these, make sure you have the spirit gauge available. So here I don't have 3 enough to do it, so I'm just going to be like, yep, use 1 javelin to kill her. And there we go. So that was the first try that I did against her. She's a lot easier than Trocka in my opinion, just because with Trocka you couldn't really brink guard anything, and that kind of took my entire plan out the window with her. But with Bellarain, you can literally just get in on her. She'll try and attack you with her sword. You can brink guard that. All the enemies she summons, you can brink guard them. If you brink guard her lightning attack, that will give you the status, but you'll still take a little bit of damage. But 90% of her stuff, you can just get in close, use your powerful abilities. If she has her shield up, do as many attacks as possible, get that shield broken, and then just get her stamina down as quick as possible and just blitz her. She does have a lot of moves that track and are either slow or a little bit quicker than the others, and she does also summon those enemies. But the main takeaways that I can give you guys for this fight is just focus on her. The only time you don't want to focus on her, obviously, is when the big Reaper's out, because you can't actually attack her. and when she summons the assassin skeleton man. So when he's out, you either want to run away and avoid her attacks as well as him, or make sure he dies quickly, because if he grabs you, he's going to do a ton of damage. And then pretty much every other thing, just get in on her, break her shield, because as soon as she's air quotes staggered by the shield breaking, all of those summons will go away. And then you can just focus straight on her. But hopefully this guide has been helpful, guys. It's not as much detail as it was with Troca, because I actually went back with Troca, but I feel like I learned enough with this fight that I can give you guys some tips about it. So yeah, hopefully this has been helpful. If you guys like the video, leave a like, share the video. I'll see you guys in the next video, which is going to be another boss, which is a very strong and very weird one, but hopefully you guys enjoy that guide. See you all in the next video. Bye bye.